be the same. Your greatest gift was your son, who would lift all my burdens of sin. Praise your name. For you are good, you are good, you are good, you are good. God, so good to me. You are good, you are good, you are good, you are good. God, so good to me. When darkness prevails, you breathe life to my sails and carry me further on my way. There is no one so great, I fall down at your gate, lift my hands to the sky and bless your name. For you are good, you are good, you are good, you are good. God, so good to me. You are good, you are good, you are good, you are good. God, talk about the love of Jesus. Talking about the love of Jesus. So good to me. Yeah. So good to me. You are good, you are good, you are good, you are good. God, so good to me. You are good, you are good, you are good, you are good. So good to me. Talking about the love of Jesus. God, so good to me.
You're listening to the free album from MattNortonMusic.com with You Are Good. I'm Matt Norton, and with me in the studio is my brother Tim, co-producer, drummer,
Partner in crime.
partner in crime.
Yeah, we're crazy. We just wanted to take this opportunity to give a lot of our music away for free. I really encourage you to give this CD out to as many people as you can, and also come back to our website and download the music, because there's so much more that we have on there that you really don't want to miss out on.
Absolutely.
This next one, we're going to talk into Matt's testimony a little bit further on in the album, which you really want to listen to. He's got a really powerful message that I really believe is going to encourage you. This next song is To You. Do you want to set that up?
Yeah, basically the song, I mean, I've written a couple different songs with some of these themes. You know, my daughter, Sarah, she's 17 years old. She's an artist. She can take pretty much anything that she sees and just basically draw it or paint it and just make it look, in some cases, even more beautiful than the original. She just has an eye for balancing out everything, you know, drawing the flowers and just beautiful, intricate stuff. But, you know, she often expresses in witnessing to her friends, you know, how can you look at this beautiful world and not see God in it, and not see His creation, not see the Creator? And, you know, it's true. The Bible talks about all creation is praising God. If we don't praise God, the rocks will cry out, the Scripture says. And so, you know, this song is about giving praise to God, and that's what so much of this Live to Sing the Joy of a New Day album that this song comes from is all about. That we are made as God's creation to worship Him.
From you all good things that we know, they come from you. I'll raise my hands and shout your praise with my last breath in these last days. I'll not be silent, I will be heard as I speak your word. my key. To you all beauty gives praise, pointing to its creator, the ancient of days. And all the heavens ring as we sing. I'll raise my hands and shout your praise with my last breath in these last days. I will not be silent, I will be heard as I speak your word and give you all honor and glory as I praise you with my story of how you saved me once again. All honor and power, for in my darkest hour you interceded once again. I will sing your praises bring. All good things come, they come from you. You are the healer who makes all things new. Let your glory come down through me, Lord, shine through. Let me do what you want me to do. And I give you all honor and glory as I praise you with my story of how you saved me once again. All honor and power, for in my darkest hour you interceded once again. I give you all honor and glory as I praise you with my story of how you saved me once again. All honor and power, for in my darkest hour you interceded once again.
Again, that's To You from Live to Sing the Joy of a New Day, available at mattnortonmusic.com and coming soon, if not already, by the time you're listening to this, to iTunes, Amazon, all your favorite music distribution online resources. So check that out.
All right, we're just going to play a sample of this next song. This one is You in My Life, another great praise and worship song from the Work in Progress album.
Awesome theme song, one of our favorites from that album, one of our favorites from all times. Enjoy.
In my life, fill me up with joy, despite my strife. It's you in my life, and thank you, Jesus. Want to sing you the power of your majesty. Feel your sweet, holy presence flowing through me. For worship, to praise you.
Again, that's You and My Life from the Work in Progress album, available at mattnortonmusic.com. Okay, this next song, this song jumps out. This was originally from the Direction album. Now it's on the Best of the Early Years, available at mattnortonmusic.com, and this one is Songs of Forgiveness.
Yes. Love this song. Classical inspiration for this. Steve Taylor had actually done some operatic type song with an opera singer. Harder to believe than not to, I think.
I forgot all about that song. I didn't know.
That was part of my inspiration for doing
incredible.
this. I mean, it's not like that song in one sense, but it is in the fact that I did it with an opera singer. Basically, it takes a look at the loss of innocence, maybe feeling like you're beyond the reach of God. By the time you get to the end of the song, it's calling us to not save our tears for a rainy day, but to pour out your sorrows before the Lord, and to know that He's there and that He can bring joy in the morning, that there is still hope. And by the end of the song, it switches modes completely into this little waltz, and I can just imagine, this young girl dancing with the Father, Jesus. Her joy has been restored, and she is maybe dancing in the rain, and just glowing with God's love and just, that goodness.
Okay, so here from the Early Years Project is Songs of Forgiveness from mattnortonmusic.com.
Looking for the one to blame. So sing your pride and for a rainy day. The God's grace wipe the pain away. Life can pass you by too fast, and won't your memories remind you of your past? Soul again will become scarred. Was it love or just a circumstance? Do you allow the chance? So sing your pride and for a rainy day. The God's grace wipe the pain. So sweet, blind you, drag you down by your feet. I began my hooded lights. Blessed from your troubles like a present raging night. Songs of forgiveness, all I hear, all around me is conviction, shouting cheer. Take your time, babe, I never care. If it's around me, I can have a present to me.
Again, that was Songs of Forgiveness off of the Early Years Project from mattnortonmusic.com.
That was actually recorded in Greenville studio my freshman year of college.
You were at Greenville College the same time Jarvis Clay was there. Were you guys fighting over studio time a lot?
Well, they monopolized Studio A, like the year they had someone who was, I think he was a senior or something, and helped them record their first demo. And the next year, I monopolized the studio and recorded the Direction album.
So it was like, oh, this is my turn now. I think I remember you saying that like the guys would come in and be like, all right, I'm going to record.
Oh, you know what it was I took a computer class. It was early Pro Tools and using the Mac for recording. This was early 90s when using computers for recording was just starting to happen. I had taken a class over Intern, and so yeah, I was dragging the computer into Studio B, and they were always wanting it for jars of clay, so yeah, there was some conflict there.
And I remember you saying, I was like, oh, I'm going to cut something in the studio, and then you'd be like, oh, Matt's in there again.
That and stealing the mics.
Yeah, and that was, so you did the Evodius project, one of my all-time favorite bands, did that in college, and then the next year you did the Direction album, and we're going to, of course, get into some Evodius music.
I've been it before, thinking that I am so strong, thinking that I cannot be broken anymore. I've waited too long, thinking that you would be patient, waiting for me when I had the time to come. This magic that I'll cast has brought me far from home. Take me to a place on my knees. I am crying on my knees. Cover me, blanket me with cleansing love on my knees. Yesterday leads me to you. Rainbows and visions, dreaming that I can fly somewhere far away. How can I be sure? Trusting in only your spirit, trusting in the things I cannot see. This magic that I've cast has brought me far from home. Take me to a place. On my knees, cover me, begging me with cleansing love. On my knees, yesterday leads me to you. That I've cast has brought me far from home. Take me to a place, on my knees. I am crying on my knees. Comfort me, begging me with cleansing love. On my knees, I am crying on my knees. Comfort me. On my knees, yesterday leads me to you.
You're listening to the free album from MattNortonMusic.com.
This next song, we're going to jump way ahead. For those of you who don't know, my brother Matthew has been through an incredible story. He's received 2 liver transplants, and has also been through rare blood disorder called
TTP, yes.
Yeah, and he...
cured of that, but I had 2 episodes of it.
He attended Greenville College, Greenville, Illinois, and went to pursue a career in contemporary Christian music, and he ended up getting a rare liver disease called...
primary sclerosing cholangitis. Basically a collapsing of the bile duct.
And nobody knows what causes it.
No, it's thought to maybe be an autoimmune disorder.
So you weren't abusing your body or anything like that?
No.
It was just this rare...
just a defect.
It was about the time that we started getting Nashville attention, and then you ended up, instead of moving to Nashville like we wanted, you ended up moving all the way back to New York because you desperately needed a liver transplant.
Yeah, we moved back primarily because my parents were in New York and needing their help and not knowing if this was going to be the end. I wanted to spend the last years that I had with my parents, and so yeah, we moved up here for the support, and because Rochester had one of the best hospitals for liver transplants in the country. Actually, the first transplant, I had one of the best doctors in the world operating on me. Got the operation done within 6 hours without a blood transfusion, which is pretty
remarkable.
Amazing.
Yeah. Stories of my life. This was done after the second liver transplant, and this was also done after you got through the TTP, and we weren't sure you were going to make it several times. I remember I was living in Texas at the time. I got a phone call, and Dad said, "I'm not sure how long your brother's going to hold on. You should probably come home."
The TTP took out my kidneys pretty much, or a good chunk of them, their function, and I ended up going into rejection of the liver, not so much from the TTP directly, but because of some changes in medications that they were trying to figure out what was causing the TTP, and so they took me off some of my anti-rejection drugs and went into irreversible rejection of the liver. But the TTP, it basically creates small blood clots that messes up your red blood cells and messes with your brain and can mess up your heart and your vital organs. And so I was literally hallucinating, lost my sanity, as well as kidney function swelled up probably twice my size. Didn't even recognize myself in the mirror. 2 episodes of that. Luckily the second time they caught it before it got quite as bad, but yeah, I'm still functioning at about 30-40% kidney function, so miraculously the kidneys actually shut completely down after the second transplant. Was on a month of dialysis, and God answered the prayers of so many people who were praying for me, and was able to get off that dialysis and have experienced some dramatic improvement and stability in kidney function, enough to continue to live a good long life.
So the stories of my life, this talks about some of your frustrations of being in the hospital and then returning home again. Yeah,
I mean, you can definitely feel and hear the loneliness and desperation of being in that hospital while family was 2 hours away and couldn't always be there with me. Just so many emotions, from the uncertainties and coming home and knowing God's presence and seeing my family and knowing that I get to see my kids grow up, to see my wife. The joy and the thankfulness is just undescribable.
Lying in a bed, miles away from home, doctors and the nurses near, yet sometimes I feel alone. Friendly comes and visits, I was in between how long. All I have to comfort me is the solace of my song. Beams of light shine through the window, warming up my skin. I feel your presence inside of me, stirring deep within. You cover me with your love so near. Lord, you saved me from my darkest fear. Inspire me to write the songs of my life. Telling how you blessed me through my strife. I know I'll get to see them grow. Mercies are so many, I never thought I needed them so near. But in the face of death and sickness, you taught me not to fear. I raise up my hands in praise and gratitude. For in my darkest hour, Lord, I found a joyous attitude. Cover me with your love so near. You moved me, Lord, you saved me from my darkest fear. Inspire me to write the songs of my life, telling how you blessed me through my strife. Bless me in my strife. Cover me with your love that is warmer than the sun. Move me, Lord, I thank you for all that you have done. Inspire me to write the songs of my life, telling how you blessed me. Cover me with your love so near. You move me, Lord, you save me from my darkest fear. Inspire me to write the songs of my life, telling how you blessed me through my strife. Bless me in my strife. Bless me in my strife. Bless me in my strife.
You're listening to the free album from MattNortonMusic.com. We want to thank you so much for downloading and sharing the music. Hope it is an encouragement to you. And what's up next, Tim?
We're just going to play some quick samples of some other songs before we get into some more worship music. I grew up on your music, and I grew up on a lot of the Christian music from the 80s. It was a big influence in both of our lives. Some of the pioneers of Christian music, so DeGarmo and Key, Whiteheart, Whitecross, Petra, John Schlitt, Steve Taylor. Very glad to see he's coming back. Mylon Lefevre. So many amazing guys that influenced us. And so amidst with that, I also got to grow up on your music. Your first demo is actually called The Grand Noble Adventure.
Yeah, we're actually about 9 years apart in age. So
I grew up wanting to be in a band with you. So this is a neat opportunity. Crashing Through the Night, we redid this during the Work in Progress album. I want to recut it again because it's such an incredible song.
Very powerful song, yeah.
The thing about the Christian rock music from the 80s is there was so much of it that was very evangelistic focused, about just taking the gospel and taking it out there into the world, just like Jesus told the disciples at the end of Matthew. So we're just going to play a sample from the song, but this is the version from Work in Progress. This is called Crashing Through the Night.
Down on people claiming to be something that they're really not. Giving that into God and to what we've got. Jesus plays the urgency and peace. Gotta tell the world how He set me free. Come on, can't be stolen. We are all in His calling, crashing through the night. On a mission to spread God's glory. Jesus is the light, shining from above. Crashing through the night, on a mission to spread God's love. Jesus is the light, shining from above. Are you ready?
Again, that's Crashing Through the Night from the Work in Progress album from MattNortonMusic.com. Another one, this is from the Work in Progress album. This is one of the songs that originally got its Nashville attention. It's called My Lost Toupee.
Yes. You know, when I first was talking to the guy from the record company, he's like, what gave you the inspiration for that? I'm like, well, I'm bald.
You didn't hide it.
You got to understand, I mean, if you look at my high school pictures, I had hair down to my back. My father before me was a Jesus-freak hippie.
Yeah.
With a big, basically looked like Duck Dynasty. He had the long hair, the big, huge beard.
Our father was the original Duck Dynasty, I'm pretty sure.
And my son followed in our footsteps and carried on the long hair tradition. I think he's worn it longer than I have. I had it about shoulder length. He's had it down in the middle of his back. But, you know, it's just about being independent and being who you are. And you know, the big thing with both my father and myself and my son is we all are living for God, living for Jesus. And you know, we make statements with whatever way we can, whatever crowd we can relate to. And I could, you know, there's so many times the other parents say, oh, cut your son's hair, you got to make him cut his hair. I'm like, no, he's who he is and he's comfortable with that. And there's been so many times that I know that my hair when I had it, it allowed me to minister and reach people that had no clue that I was a Christian. They thought I was just like them.
Because if you showed up in a nice jacket and tie and cut hair, they probably wouldn't listen to you.
You know, this guy sat down with me on a bus coming back from college. His mom had been praying for him. It's just like, you're going to meet someone on the bus. He's going to pray for you and get you back on track. It's like, no. So he's going to sit with the person who looks like the least amount of threat. You know, sit next to someone who looks like someone like himself. He sits next to me.
This guy can't be a Christian. I don't have anything to worry about.
Started off the trip with an atheist. By the end of the trip, he was praying the sinner's prayer with me. So, but this song is about accepting our faults and our imperfections and knowing that God loves us for who we are. And I mean, that's the greatest gift ever.
Again, here is My Lost Toupee from the Work in Progress album from MattNortonMusic.com.
I got out with my friends to the mall, check the latest trends. I was feeling cool, I was feeling swell. That was right before I tripped, fell and wishing well. My hair went sailing through the air, landed somewhere in the square.
Again, that was My Lost Toupee from the Work in Progress album on MattNortonMusic.com, and I got one more sample I'm going to play before we get back into some worship music again. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about Crashing Through the Night, and another around that same time period was The Fly, which was originally on the Direction album, and then you recut it again.
This song actually came to us from our mother, believe it or not. Someone told her some story.
True story, yeah.
That this grandma told her granddaughter she was going to come back and basically haunt her as a fly in the next life. So,
as a believer, you're sitting there going, I'm so glad I have more in life to look forward to than dodging fly swatters.
You know, some people think the ultimate thing to do is come back as a cow, you know. For the Christians, you know, there's so much more better things in life. We have heaven to look forward to. We have an eternity praising and living with our Savior and God and Creator and getting to know Him and having fellowship with all our friends and our family and so much joy to look forward to and experience. So, you know, I know Jesus didn't die, so I could just be a fly.
All right, here's the song.
Heard about a girl, had a grandma so dear, passed on from this life, took another for my hair, said, honey, when I die, gonna be a fly, gonna buzz around the house, oh yeah. But I know Jesus didn't die, so I could just be a fly. He had better plans for me when he died upon the tree. I won't come back as a fly, I'm leaving now by and by. I know Jesus, he didn't die, so I could just be a fly.
Again, that's the Fly song, which was tagged onto the Work in Progress
That
album.
was actually a demo
That was a demo from the Work in
when we
Progress
first
album.
started working together.
Yeah, when you first moved back to New York, before you had any liver transplants, and originally that was also from the Direction album. So if you want to hear the other version, log on to mattnortonmusic.com. Okay, we're going to get back into some worship here. By My Side. We took a break for like 10 years for several reasons. One of them, obviously, the health complications and all those other things. But this song was the first song that we sat down together and
Literally wrote in 5-10 minutes.
we wrote it in 5 or 10 minutes after not writing anything for years.
That's how we really knew it was time to do this again, because we had gotten together a few times over Christmas breaks and various things and tried to do some playing, and it just didn't really seem to click. It didn't seem time. But when we came together with this, I whipped out this riff that I'd been warming up with in praise and worship at church.
Without any words.
Didn't have any words for it, just had this you know, this nice little guitar riff.
And I was playing the drums.
Yeah, and then we sat down and we're like, let's write a song to this. Let's see what happens.
But we didn't sat down even trying to. You're just like, I have this idea. You're like, what the heck are you hearing anything for it?
Yeah.
So you played that
Pulled
first
out
riff.
the notebook and he started coming up with these verses. Got all the verses done, and then I'm like, okay. So I laid down my life.
I didn't even, it just one phrase that it was like, so the first phrase is like the sunrise over the sea.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, your mercy covers me. And I'm so blessed to sing your praise. And literally in 10 minutes we had a new song after not doing anything for 10 years. And that sparked the new album, Live to Sing the Joy of a New Day. Talk about that real briefly right before we play this song.
I really felt burdened to share this testimony and to get the music out, start writing, and prayed with my father. And right after that, I couldn't stop writing, just one song after another. I'd call you up like every day, like, Tim, I got another
Got a
song.
new song. And I'm like, okay, this is new.
You know, this is literally going from 10 years of maybe 1 or 2 new songs that never went anywhere. I mean, all of a sudden, it's like this river just poured out, and it's like, boom. You're writing music again. Here it is. Take it to the world.
Yeah.
And literally, it's all over the world. People have been downloading this album.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay, we're going to get into the next song here and talk about this new album, Live to Sing the Joy of a New Day, because there's so much on it that I still want to talk about. By My Side, here's what started it all off for us, recording again from mattnortonmusic.com.
Like the sunrise over the sea, your mercy, it covers me. I'm so blessed to sing your praise. I'm so blessed and amazed. So I lay down my life now before you, my King. Take my joys, take my sorrows, take everything. You're my hope, my salvation. In you I abide. You forever go with me by my side. You're steadfast, consuming fire. To know you is my desire. Unworthy in your grace, I bow down on my face. So I lay down my life now before you, my King. Take my joys, take my sorrows, take everything. You're my hope, my salvation. In you I abide. You forever go with me by my side. So I lay down my life before you, my King. Take my joys, take my sorrows, take everything. You're my hope, my salvation. In you I abide. You forever go with me by my side. So I lay down my life now before you, my King. Take my joys, take my sorrows. Once
Again, that was By My Side from the new Matt Norton project, Live to Sing the Joy of a New Day. We're going right directly into another worship song that has touched people's lives for years called Fear Not. This is a worship song you wrote before you got any of the transplants, and you didn't ever come to a point where you're like, oh, I'm never going to sing that song again, like rejecting God or anything like that.
No.
We go through this quickly, like, oh, I got 2 liver transplants and a rare blood disorder. It sounds simple, but it really was not simple at all. And we have several podcasts we're working on created online where you can hear the rest of the story. You can also read the story on mattnortonmusic.com. You can go to the testimony page. But fear not. You never rejected God in the midst of all these struggles, and you sang the song continually throughout the first transplant, the second transplant.
I'd literally go down the chapel and play the song, or
in the hospital.
My parents brought in my guitar, and I would play for the nurses and doctors.
I think why this is so inspiring is because without knowing the outcome and knowing if you were going to make it through all those struggles, you still chose to worship the Lord. You didn't wait to receive the healing from Him or wait to receive the full answer for how things were going to turn out in your life. You chose to worship and surrender.
Well, yeah, in those opportunities there, it wasn't just being in the hospital for my healing, but God used me even in those circumstances to reach out to fellow roommates. And, even going to the chapel and playing the piano, you could see that I connected with people, and whether it was playing an old familiar gospel tune or, singing Fear Not or something like that, you could tell people would walk in and I'd stop playing, because to give them their moment, and they're like, no, please.
Keep playing.
Yeah.
Isn't that fascinating, though, that you dedicated your talents to God at a Christian rock concert back in the mid-'80s, and then all these years later, like, you have the 2 liver transplants and a rare blood disorder. Most people would be like, well, I'm not going to fulfill my calling. You're like, I don't care if I'm in a hospital, I'm still going to fulfill my calling.
Absolutely. There were literally days where I was sick and in the hospital, and like, okay, Lord, who do I need to minister to go home?
That's really the point it got to. Like, who needs to hear the gospel?
It did. It's like, okay, I want to go home. Who didn't I touch? Who didn't I speak to?
This is an amazing worship song. I know our fans are really going to appreciate it. It's Fear Not from the Work in Progress album from mattnortonmusic.com.
You set my feet upon this rock, and I will not be shaken. I lift my hands up to the sky, and you reply. You set my feet upon this rock, and I will not be shaken. I lift my hands up to the sky, and you reply with, fear not, I will be with you. Fear not, for I am the Lord. Fear not, I will go before you. I will be your voice, your strength, your song, your soul. Your name is like a strong tower. In it I take refuge. I lift my hands up to the sky, and you reply, fear not, I will be with you. Fear not, for I am the Lord. Fear not, I will go before you. I will be your voice, your strength, your song, your soul. You set my feet upon this rock, and I will not be shaken. I lift my hands up to the sky, and you reply. Your name is like a strong tower. In it I take refuge. I lift my hands up to the sky, and you reply with, fear not, I will be with you. Fear not, for I am the Lord. Fear not, your strength, your song, and your sword. Fear not.
That was Fear Not from the Work in Progress album from mattnortonmusic.com.
Which is available in our store, not only as the single album, but you can get it as a double album or vinyl. The double album is Live to Sing the Joy, Work in Progress. You can look for it on iTunes. It should be there sometime after the end of the March, as well as Amazon.com. Share the music and encourage your friends and family to purchase the music and support what we're doing. If you appreciate this and it's touching your hearts, it brings encouragement to you and enriches your worship experience. We want to do so much more and reach so many more fans, but we can't do it without your support and your help. Wanting to get out as much music as possible and take that to as many people as possible.
What we need the most help with from our fans right now is passing the music on. That's the biggest, this free album and the podcast and everything else is passing the story on. We got a few more songs we're going to go through. We have 2 covers. You did a Van Halen cover.
Yes,
and
Dreams.
All right, and then we have the song from John Schlitt. We were almost done with Live to Sing the Joy, and then this opportunity came up. John was giving the opportunity for all of his fans to remix his song, and we had wanted to be a part of John's project, but we couldn't afford it because he was just doing Kickstarter for the first time, and one of his offers was you could pay him to sing on your album, which at the time we couldn't afford to do. When I went up to him, I got the original idea from T-Bone, and I said, John, I wanted to do the ultimate Petra tribute, rap-wise. I said, I'm tagging every one of your major record deals from Petra, not the best ofs, but just the main titles. I'm referencing those in a rap I'm doing for you. His jaw dropped, because he had been in the music video when T-Bone did a similar thing, which is where I got the inspiration from. And he was just blown away. But anyways, that was a huge blessing because we didn't think we were going to be able to get John at all, and we thought we were going to miss an opportunity. And I remember coming into the studio and just hearing John's voice through the system with everything isolated. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was like he came up to New York and got the song right in our house. It was just incredible.
Yeah, we got done. I'm like, oh my goodness, those are my backup vocals on there. That's so huge.
Yeah, and then it's like my rap is going in the chorus there, playing off of it. And I was just like, oh my goodness. We spent a month on it. We just stopped everything and spent a solid month, and we still didn't do everything to it that we wanted to. We're debating whether or not to go back and add a couple more things, but we got a letter.
Yeah, he said, gave us permission to put it on our album, and so we're really excited to re-release the album with that on it. That's going to be available on iTunes very shortly.
And Amazon.
Yes, so please check out the song, download it, purchase it. Here's a little sample.
Got a wake-up call from the man from Galilee. Said, would you like to go to heaven? Come and follow me. He said, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And though this road is narrow, it will lead you to life. I had to try it for myself, had to taste and see. Now I follow where it's leading to beyond belief. Cause love fired me up and now I'm burning inside. Though at times I can identify with Jekyll and Hyde. Cause we're at war, not of this world. We got a system to beat. Using unseen power, going back to the street. Sharing a God fixation with the people we meet. No doubt there'll be revival if we can withstand the heat. So more power to you, don't you ever say die. Cause nothing's gonna split us from the love of Christ. Not the present nor the future, not an angel, not a demon, nor disease or any famine, any hardship, persecution. It was with me from beginning to my ending, in the good times and the bad times. And no matter what they're saying, it's remaining, and it just won't leave me alone.
You're listening to the free album from mattnortonmusic.com. Got a few more songs we're going to go to. This next song, Living on Empty. This blew me away. I pieced this together because it's not... this almost made it on the Direction album. And it didn't make it because...
This was a demo. It was the early days of using the computer with tape. And basically what you do is we recorded a time code which was pretty common for syncing MIDI with tape. This was a real early way of recording and duplicating huge vocal tracks and cutting and pasting, over and over again, because at the time we had the Mac in the studio and it was only like I think a maximum of 4 tracks at the time. Primarily we used it as a 2-track editor, and so I had done that with some backup vocals or something like that, and I think they got out of sync or out of tune or something. That's the tape stretch.
Yeah, I loved this song, and I knew that our fans were really going to appreciate it. I pieced the take together. I had piles of VHS cassettes and audio tapes surrounding my computer desk, and I was going through anything I could find to piece this song together again.
Accompaniment track.
I think there was about at least 4 different versions of it, and then I almost had it, but then I didn't have the piano part at the end, and then I finally found the piano part from a track somewhere, and I put it in, and when you listen to it, you can't tell that it's from 4 different takes pieced together. You can't tell. And I'd love to recut that song someday. I don't know if we have time for it, if we'll ever be able to or not. But the interesting part was when we posted it on YouTube, what happened to it.
Yeah, really wild. We just put the title on there. It's like when we first dropped the track and got this message attached to it. And this young person's like, basically, oh, yeah, go ahead.
And she said that God was shutting the door in her life, and she was wanting some encouragement, and so she sat down on YouTube, and then that phrase came into her mind. It was, type in "living on empty."
Yeah, and that was the only video that popped up, and it gave her the reassurance and, message from God that she needed.
So yeah, that was an incredible story. So we're just going to play a sample of this song.
Yeah, when God shuts one door, don't be discouraged. He's got something better on another level.
And this is off of the Early Years project from MattNortonMusic.com.
You walk a tightrope in the dark, while far below you, dead man's dark bark. You look to me as if the answer is as easy as rolling dice. I wish I knew which way you should go. Oh, it would be nice. Are you living on empty? I can feel the pain if your heart begins to tear. I can feel the anguish as you wait for the answer to your fervent prayer. When God says no, he's something better. Just beyond another door, it may be waiting there for you on a different floor. Are you living on empty? I can feel the pain as your heart begins to tear. I can feel the anguish as you wait for the answer to your fervent prayer. When God says no, he's something better. Just beyond another door, it may be waiting there for you on a different floor.
Again, that was Living on Empty, and that's just a sample of it, but you can download it from MattNortonMusic.com. We're going to go to one of my all-time favorite bands, Evodius. We All Need Someone is the name of the song.
Evodius, which is taken from, I believe, one of the saints. Somewhere we were thinking that the name meant Good Journey. I'm not sure where we got that from or if that's even true.
If that's even true.
But it's still a really cool name for a band. None of us written anything quite like that prior to the band and never really revisited that style.
And I'm really wanting you guys to record another album. Really,
I tried to get the guys back together. I think just everyone's just too busy. I mean, we're spread all over the country, and I was hoping to revisit some stuff, but
we did get another version of Don't Go This Way, which is on YouTube. But anyways, We All Need Somebody, which was written before you went down there. And then you got the guys in the studio, and you only have one CD recorded with these guys, but it's a great CD.
Yeah.
You really want to download it, and We All Need Someone. Here's that song from Evodius from MattNortonMusic.com.
Thinking about you again. Think about my life when I was born. Think about hurts. Think about love. Think about my feelings, how they fall the rise above. Think about my future. Think about now. Wonder where I'll go and wondering how. Think about love. Think about love. Think someday I'd like to have a wife. 'Cause we all need someone to bring our broken hearts to. And I need been there all the while, encouraging me with a friendly smile. Your still small voice, it comforts me. Closer to you, I wish to be. Your love is on the way. Looking forward to a brighter day when you will hold me in your arms. Take me away from this world and its harms. We all need someone to bring our broken hearts to, and I need someone to love me with the love that's true. We all need someone to make our days bright and new. I need someone, and that someone is you. I'm calling on you right now to show me a love that's true. Show me how. I know that you are all I need, and you will listen and answer my pleas. 'Cause we all need someone to bring our broken hearts to, and I need someone to love me with the love that's true.
Again, that was We All Need Someone from the Evodius project from MattNortonMusic.com. Also available on the earliers from Matt Norton. This last song we're going to do is called I Will Stand. And there's a pretty interesting story behind this one, too. We have a worship team in Sweden that was looking at covering this song.
Yeah, this has definitely been one of the most popular songs off Live to Sing the Joy of a New Day. And just want to wrap this up and say this song, it's... You know, you might listen to the first part and say, okay, it's just another worship song. But by the time you get to that bridge, about the second, third, or fourth time, there's definitely a spirit to the song that just is very refreshing, very inspiring. When you realize that God takes all of our mistakes, all of our sin, all of our lies, all of our horridness, you know, all the bad things about us upon himself. And he says, come to me, you are clean. Stand before me in my presence and have communion with me, have fellowship with me. I mean, that is just heart-wrenching. I mean, search my soul, expose my transgressions, you know, make me whole again, Lord. You know, that is our heart's cry, I think, is to be whole and to be good.
So again, here's a song, I Will Stand, off of the Live to Sing the Joy of a New Day album from MattNortonMusic.com.
I will stand in the light of restoration, put aside my frustrations of living my own way. I will stand in the light of your forgiveness, with my heart as a witness. I will stand in your light and to obey. I will stand in the light of restoration, put aside my frustrations of living my own way. I will stand in the light of your forgiveness, with my heart as a witness. I will stand in your light and obey. Search my soul, expose my transgressions, restore me home to where I should be, yes, and help me overcome all of my obsessions. Wipe the slate clean and set me free, and I will stand in the light of restoration, put aside my frustrations of living forgiveness. With my heart as a witness, I will stand in your lights and obey. Search my soul, expose my transgression. Restore me, oh Lord, to where I should be. Yes. And help me overcome all of my obsessions. Wipe the slate clean and set me free. Search my soul, expose my transgressions. Restore me, oh Lord, to where I should be. Yes. And help me overcome all of my obsessions. Wipe the slate clean and set me free. And I will stand in the light of restoration. Put aside my frustrations of living my own way. I will stand in the light of your forgiveness. With my heart as a witness, I will stand in your light and obey. Yes, I will stand in your light and obey. Yes, I will stand in your light, trust and obey.
Hey everybody, this is Matt Norton. I want to thank you so much for downloading our free album. Go today to mattnortonmusic.com, go to the store, check out all the other music, because you don't want to just stop with the free music. We got so much more to share, so many more inspiring songs, so many more songs of worship. Go to mattnortonmusic.com, click on store, and check out. You've got a whole bunch of different formats you can choose from at the checkout. You can buy it on CD, you can get it on vinyl, you can get it on MP3, iTunes format, WAV, and even high definition FLAC for a superior listening experience. So go there right now, mattnortonmusic.com. I want to thank you again so much. Hope you're enjoying the music, and share the music with as many of your friends and family as possible. We want to get 4,000 more fans. Help us spread the word, help us spread the inspiration and the story behind the music. And we just want to bless everyone and get this music out all over the world. Thanks again. Live to sing the joy of a new day.
Leave me alone, leave me alone, I say leave me alone.
Live to sing the joy of a new day.
The man from Galilee said, would you like to go to heaven? Come and follow me. He said, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And though this road is narrow, it will
Live to sing the joy of a new day. The album.
Straight up we'll climb. We'll get higher and higher. Leave it all behind.
Live to sing the joy of a new day. Available at mattnortonmusic.com.
You've taken the beats down. You will survive. Live the life you will
Live to sing the joy.
Live to sing the joy of a new day. Love to sing the praise that he gave.
Live to sing the joy of a new day by Matt Norton. Available today at mattnortonmusic.com. Work in progress. Work in progress.
In progress. No need to worry or fret.
Work in progress. Work in progress. Available today at mattnortonmusic.com. Hey everybody, it's Matt Norton again. Check out this music from my band from college, featuring myself and Tony Dunnick on lead vocals. Here's Evodius. Evodius, the EP, 1994. Evodius featuring Matt Norton and Tony Dunnick. Evodius EP 1994, available at mattnortonmusic.com. Hey everybody, it's Matt Norton. I want to share some music from my early years with you. Check this out.
Reflecting who I am. And please tell me why. But how many times do I start to deny my goals and don't make a mountain?
Matt Norton, The Early Years, Volume 1. Get your copy today at mattnortonmusic.com.